Park closes at dark. Welcome to Warriors Path State Park. We're on the Fall Creek Loop Trail. This kind of is a loop on the back end of the Devil's Backbone Trail, which is that way. We'll head this way. Good morning. It's Thursday, February 8th, 2024. Here on the Fall Creek Loop Trail. Nice day today, about 52 degrees, partly cloudy. I hear water down here. Looks like there's a creek coming up down here. This must be the Fall Creek, I'm guessing. There's the remnants of an old fence right there. Up there, it just looks like a line of fallen trees or something. I don't know if that's just fallen trees or if there's something man-made up there or what, but just coming along the trail here, and it does look like there's a very light trail here going up that way. So let's go check this out real quick up here. Like some big old fallen trees. And it's just a bunch of fallen trees that just fell in a straight row here. Kind of strange part of the woods here. It's no real young trees right in this area, just no underbrush or anything like that, just trees sparsely spaced apart. Kind of unusual. Looks like this may have been an old road through here or something, the way it looks. Hardly no trees right here. Looks like the remnants of an old bird feeder box up there. Saw a deer up here in these woods. There he is, just to the left of that orange blaze. Further on back that way. There's two of them. There they go, running over the hill. Looks like a pretty steep drop off right there. I'm gonna just walk right down here and take a look over the edge, see what's down there. Goes down here. You see those deer still running down through there. Very quiet out here. Haven't heard hardly any birds. I heard a couple blue jays, a couple crows off in the distance. It's very quiet. There's some more deer right there. 3 of them I can see. 4. When those deer ran off, right after I turned off the camera, I heard a dog bark over in that direction. That's the last thing I want to encounter is a dog that's off leash. Hopefully it's just somebody walking over there with the dog on a leash. I did see one vehicle parked out at the head of the trail, so we'll see what happens. All these trees here look newer, you know, not too old. Like that old tree right there. That's an old one there. Right over here on the right side of the trail is something. Ulster Project Peace Bench. Right under this old tree here. Right by the babbling brook down there. Be a good place to stop and get a drink of water. That was a buck running down that hill. Here comes another deer up there. It's making me think maybe that dog's up there on top of that hill. I'll run the way the deer run. Down this way, the way I'm going anyway. Now here we go. Nice little old bridge here. I think this is where the loop turns around and goes back that direction. And then up this way is the Devil's Backbone. So I'm gonna try walking up this way just a little bit. See what I find. That's the hill the deer just came down. Over here is the creek. Some little falls down through there. Finally saw a few little birds over in this area. Got a shot of one, but I don't know how good the picture's gonna come out because he flew right away. Some kind of stone ruins right up here. Let's see what that is. That's the remnants of something. An old chimney, or I don't know. So down there's another bridge crossing the creek. Heads up to Devil's Backbone. To Devil Backbone Trail. Coming up to this old bridge here. Over there is the remnants of an old house. I'm gonna head back across this bridge, go check out the remnants of this old house over here, and then head back and finish the Fall Creek Loop Trail. And then we'll walk this Devil's Backbone Trail another day, starting from the other end, and then we'll come up to this bridge when we do that. Coming up to the remnants of this, it's like an old house. This is probably from the 1700s, I would guess. Looks like about the same construction as that old mill the other day. What are these holes in the stonework for? Anybody know? Very interesting. Some golden crowned kinglets right in here. Now we're coming back to the Fall Creek Loop Trail, and we'll continue the loop Across this little bridge here. And we'll head on back up to where we started. Way across that creek over there, side of that hill, see a couple deer. Right in there. That's gonna do it for this one. I'll catch you on the next one. Roger, over and out. So with men, their words and actions emit their own peculiar influence. There is in them an inaudible sound which all other men inwardly hear and instinctively detect. They know the false ring from the true, yet know not how they know. As the outer ear can make the most delicate distinctions in sounds, so the inner ear can make equally subtle distinctions between souls. None are ultimately deceived but the deceiver. It is the blind folly of the insincere that, while flattering themselves upon their successful simulations, they are deceiving none but themselves. Their actions are laid bare before all hearts. There is at the heart of a man a tribunal whose judgments do not miscarry. If the senses faultlessly detect, shall not the soul infallibly know? This inner infallibility is shown in the collective judgment of the race. This judgment is perfect, so perfect that in literature, art, science, invention, religion, in every department of knowledge, it divides the good from the bad, the worthy from the unworthy, the true from the false, zealously guarding and preserving the former and allowing the latter to perish. The works, words, and deeds of great men are the heirlooms of the race, and the race is not careless of their value. 1,000 men write a book, and only one is a work of original genius. Yet the race singles out that one, elevates and preserves it, while it consigns the 999 copyists to oblivion. 10,000 men utter a sentence under a similar circumstance, and one only is a sentence of divine wisdom, yet the race singles out that saying for the guidance of posterity, while the other sentences are heard no more. It is true that the race slays its prophets, but even that slaying becomes a test which reveals the true ring, and men detect its trueness. The slain one has come up to the standard, and the deed of his slaying is preserved as furnishing infallible proof of his greatness. As the counterfeit coin is detected and cast back into the melting pot, while the sterling coin circulates among all men and is valued for its worth, so the counterfeit word, deed, or character is perceived and is left to fall back into the nothingness from which it emerged, a thing unreal, powerless, dead. Spurious things have no value, whether they be bric-a-brac or men. We are ashamed of imitations that try to pass for the genuine article. Falseness is cheap. The masquerader becomes a byword. He is less than a man. He is a shadow, a spook, a mere mask. Trueness is valuable. The sound-hearted man becomes an exemplar. He is more than a man. He is a reality, a force, a molding principle. By falseness, all is lost. Even individuality dissolves, for falseness is non-entity, nothingness. By trueness, everything is gained, for trueness is fixed, permanent, real.